Have you ever imagined what happens when the world's most successful footballing nation joins forces with one of the greatest managers in club history? Brazil, already a powerhouse of talent, now has Carlo Ancelotti, the man famously nicknamed Don Carlo, guiding them from the sidelines. On paper, it sounds unstoppable, the five-time world champions with a legendary tactician at the helm. Some fans even started to believe that this new-look Brazil didn't really need Neymar anymore. With or without their biggest star, many thought the Seleção were already on the path to becoming the best in the world again. But football is never that simple, is it? That belief faced a harsh reality check in Brazil's latest clash against Bolivia. This was no ordinary match. It was played at a staggering 13,000 feet above sea level. In the thin air of La Paz, Brazil's players struggled to breathe, let alone perform at their usual dazzling best. The lack of oxygen drained their energy, slowed their movement, and exposed weaknesses that many fans thought no longer existed. And while Brazil suffered, Bolivia thrived. Fueled by their home advantage and desperate to secure points on their road to World Cup qualification, Bolivia played with intensity, hunger, and belief. For Ancelotti, this was more than just a difficult away game. It was a wake-up call. He quickly realized that something crucial was missing in his star-studded lineup. Brazil had strength, speed, and flair on the wings, but what they lacked was a true playmaker. Someone who could control the rhythm of the game, break defensive lines with vision, and create that one magical moment out of nothing. In other words, the kind of role Neymar has filled for over a decade. This game showed everyone, including Ancelotti himself, that Brazil may not be ready to move on from Neymar just yet. Without him, the Seleção looked predictable. They attacked in numbers but couldn't find the spark to unlock Bolivia's defense. Their midfield pressed hard but lacked creativity. And when opportunities did come, there was no one with Neymar's unique ability to turn half chances into goals. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Neymar has been a subject of debate in Brazil for some time. Despite being fit and even completing a full 90 minutes for Santos recently, Ancelotti surprisingly chose to leave him out of the squad, citing injury concerns. Many saw this as a signal that Neymar might not fit into the Italian manager's long-term plans. After all, Ancelotti is known for his discipline and often prefers players who fit into his tactical system rather than building a system around one star. But after the Bolivia match, the narrative has shifted completely. Suddenly, the calls for Neymar's return are louder than ever. Fans, journalists, and even some former players are questioning whether Ancelotti made a mistake by sidelining him. And with Brazil preparing for their upcoming fixtures, speculation is growing that Neymar could be recalled to the squad as soon as the next match. This situation sets up a fascinating storyline. Can Ancelotti and Neymar find common ground? On one side, you have a manager with one of the most decorated resumes in football history, determined to stamp his authority and implement his vision. On the other, you have Neymar, still one of the most talented attacking midfielders in the world, capable of changing games with a single touch. But Neymar also comes with baggage, injuries, controversies, and questions about his consistency at the highest level. For Brazil, the stakes couldn't be higher. The World Cup is approaching, and every match now serves as a building block toward that ultimate goal. Without a playmaker, Brazil risks becoming just another talented team that looks good on paper but struggles against well-organized opponents. With Neymar, however, they could regain the unpredictability and creativity that has defined the Seleção for generations. The Bolivia match reminded fans of one simple truth. Talent alone is not enough. Even a team full of stars needs balance, strategy, and, most importantly, a player who can link everything together. Neymar might just be that missing piece. The question is, will Ancelotti trust him? So, as Brazil prepares for their next challenge, all eyes will be on Don Carlo and his decision-making. Will Neymar be brought back into the starting 11? Or will Ancelotti continue to push forward with his own vision, even if it means leaving Brazil's most famous player out? One thing is certain, this story is far from over. The drama between Ancelotti and Neymar is only just beginning, and the outcome could shape Brazil's entire journey toward the next World Cup. Stay tuned, because the next chapter of this Seleção saga might be the most dramatic yet.